Hey girl.
Howdy, 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 my beautiful Aries. How are you doing, darling? My name is SimplyVelca, and today I'm going to be getting into your weekly tarot reading for January 2022, darling. All right? So if you find some cards that resonate with you, let me know in the comments below. You enjoy this tarot reading today, or you just enjoy my vibe. Aries, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe. It helps me out more than you ever possibly could know, darling. All right? Be looking for the secret code word that will be somewhere in this video. Aries, to be typing down in the comments below to get a chance to win a free reading with me, as well as check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign to get the full spectrum of what's going down for you, my beautiful Aries. All right, starting this energy off, we have the Eight of Cups, darling. So in this energy, Aries, you guys are in this process of quite literally walking away from something, right? You look at the artwork of this Aries, it feels like you're slowly just coming to the accept the terms that you have to detach from a situation, that it doesn't matter, Aries, how much that you care about this energy, that you still need to let this go because it's no longer fruitful for you. I keep on wanting to say Taurus as well, Aries. I don't know if you have Taurus in your sign, or you're in your chart rather, or maybe you're dealing with someone that has Taurus in their chart, but excuse me, I'm a mess right now, Aries. But I do feel the need to call that out as well. We also have the Page of Pentacles coming in here, Taurus. So even though there is this disconnect from you, or this process of disconnecting on your part, Aries, there does still seem to be communication here, darling, right? Or this sense of where you're starting to realize that you thought something was over originally with this situation, but then it's starting to show signs of life again. If this is in regards to a person, Aries, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys recently are getting some type of messages, someone hitting you back up, or getting some reminders of this person, Aries. And then we have the Two of Wands coming in here. So it's very much so this energy, Aries, where it's like you feel as if this chapter is done and over with, darling, right? Very hard decision for you to be making. That's why the Strength card is in the back of the deck for you, Aries. Very hard decision that you had to make in regards to having to walk away from this, Aries. You didn't want to, darling. You didn't want to at all, but you realize that this is just no longer good for you. Whatever that reasoning is, you have your reasons, obviously, Aries. Now, Two of Wands energy with this Page of Pentacles. This is an energy where it's just like trying to resurface something that was at one point being in the process of being buried away, Aries. This is giving me some type of energy where it's like just about when you're about to fully detach and no longer care about this situation, Aries, it comes right back into the forefront, darling, being like, hey, what can we, what can we do with this? Can we start afresh? Can we start anew? But then I get this feeling, Aries, that this has happened like back and forth repeatedly. I feel like that's kind of a cycle in regards to this energy, Aries, is that it's constant like yo-yoing. That's really the word for it. It's like constant yo-yoing. Because Ten of Swords here, darling, Ten of Swords, this is under your Eight of Cups, Aries. I feel as if this chapter is done. It's almost as if like this is like a job that you are just about to leave, put in your 2-week notice to, Aries, and then something just keeps pulling you back. It's like this past relationship, whether it's platonic or romantic to you, Aries. It's this energy of where it's like it's done and over with. You realize this, but right before like you're about to fully just disconnect from this energy, something keeps pulling you back in, Aries, that then puts you into the same toxic, painful cycle, darling, Aries. That's why I see this Ten of Swords here. Darling, Aries, this is heavy, darling, don't you think? This is definitely feeling like I'm calling very specific Aries out, all right? Ten of Wands coming in here as well under the Page of Wands. So it's trying to unpack that heavy weight associated with the dynamic between whatever relationship that you have with this, right? Ten of Wands also being the centerfold, the center of this energy, Aries. I also want to be pointing out, as a tarot reader, when you see a bunch of tens, that represents closures to cycles, Aries. So it's like you you probably have tried so many times to just leave this energy and just move on with your life, Aries, but somehow, some way, like it always just shows back up into your life. It's very interesting, Aries. Going under your Two of Wands, we have the Knight of Wands coming in here as well. I do feel like for you, Aries, you have like this is almost coming in as a distraction, if I'm going to be honest here. It's almost as if this energy that you already know, like the story is just done and over with, but it keeps pulling you back in. You know, there's whatever reasonings they have, they just don't want to let go of you, Aries, and then just puts you into this constant cycle. I feel like this turns into be a distraction for you to take away from any other potential suitors, right? And what I mean by suitors is like potential new job opportunities, new connections for you to be friends with, to have a romantic, you know, to have a business connection with, Aries. Like this energy right here that you keep on trying to close the book to keeps trying to make its way back in randomly with that Page of Pentacles, Two of Wands being like, oh hey, can we like start fresh again, you know? But the thing is, like, you guys have started fresh like 30 times, you've forgiven things 30 times, or you know, whatever that dynamic is, there's clearly pain here. There's just a lot of heaviness associated with this connection still, Aries, right? Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands still. So even if you guys both still care about one another, even if you have some type of, you know, attachment to this energy, Aries, you realize that this is like, it's time, it's your time to let go. It's time for you to move on. And so when I say that I feel like this is kind of distractions for you, Aries, what I mean by this, darling, is that I feel like until you close this cycle out, Aries, until you walk away from this and you're in this place of being like fully ready to just look forward rather than looking in the past and feeling as if there's something you could edit in the past to help your future, then that's when these new opportunities will start coming in. Some of them may even start presenting themselves, but then this old energy just comes back in, and then all your attention and energy just focuses back in on this. You no longer have time for entertaining any type of new energy. It's interesting. We have the moon energy here on the Eight of Cups and Ten of Swords. It's interesting because the Eight of Cups is in most artworks, Aries. I know most people probably don't care about this, but in most artworks, the Eight of Cups represents someone walking off into the moon, actually, which represents like having to just take a risk moving out into a place that you haven't known, just because, you know, your current situation, your current comfort zone is no longer for you. And so when you have this moon energy here on that Ten of Swords as well, where the Ten of Swords is kind of represented by the sun coming back up after a really rough period, at least in this deck. This moon energy tells me, Aries, that if you guys do feel as if, Aries, that you have some type of soul contract, soul connection with this person, I'm not saying whether you do or not, Aries, I feel like that's something that each of you will internally just feel, and maybe I'm just serving as an affirmation for that, but I digress. More so for those that feel like this person is meant to be in your life for a long time, I do feel like that is the case, Aries, but I feel like this point in time for you, it's important for you to tap out from this and for you guys to go your separate ways to develop further. That's just what I feel, Aries, because you have so many other things waiting for you that I feel like this soul connection here, darling, there needs to just, you know, put a pin on this, right? Put this project on it, you know, put this, if this isn't even about people and this is about some type of project that you keep on trying to make work out, put a pin on it, Aries. I feel like there's just this consistent message of just putting a pin on the situation and figuring it out later. Because Ten of Pentacles coming in, you have really good opportunities coming in for you, Aries. This is the third 10 that we've gotten for you, darling. All right, the third freaking 10. Okay, and so you guys are coming into this cycle of where maybe you guys have just been trudging through the mud, Aries, and it's just been, you've been in this place of trying to just keep your head afloat. I feel like that your new cycle comes in for just overall just good things, right? Let's not even put like a financial label on this. Let's not put like whatever type of label. You know, Ten of Pentacles just refers to just like being sustained, being stable in your positioning in whatever facet in your life after taking a risky move, darling, right? And it's on this Knight of, it's complementing this Knight of Swords energy, Aries. So it's like, I really want to urge to you, Aries, just to honor this new energy coming in here. And even if you have this sense of obligation or this attachment to this old energy, Aries, you know, you may feel as if that you are so contractually obliged to, just because you think they're your soulmates. Not saying they are or they're not, but then you're just like, well, no, I want to help them out on this journey. Darling, the best thing you can do for them is to separate so you guys can grow. You know, I'm just going to put that out there, darling. You'll listen if you want to listen, honey, or you don't if you don't. All right. Complementing the Two of Wands and the Knight of Swords energy is the World card coming in here for you, Aries. So definitely, it's like new cycles, new opportunities. This World card really just complements everything so beautifully for you, Aries. This is really just a place of where, yeah, it's almost as if, like, Aries, you guys have been, the only way I can really put this, and I don't mean it in such a literal way, especially with the moon energy, this yin and yang energy, Aries, it feels like you have been, oh girl, what is this loud noises? I'm sorry about that, Aries. It feels as if you guys have been functioning from a place of where you're functioning at 50%, Aries, where you haven't really let your freak flag show or your maximum potential show to people around you and just put all the focus on you for whatever your reasoning is. But I feel like for a lot of you guys, you just haven't really claimed out your greatness, fully owning it and presenting it to the world, almost as if like you're afraid of the perception of it, of like other people feeling threatened, or even the people around you just wouldn't be able to support you in the way that you need to be supported. They would be the ones that would try to keep you down. This being the energy. Definitely I get like some family ties here, maybe some long-term friends here, areas that you have this attachment to, and that's why they're able to just pull you down, but it's in their words is like banter, trying to humble you, Aries. But in actuality, it just makes you play lower when you are meant to be of a much higher caliber, Aries. So what I want to be telling you, darling, is that this is your time to be owning your greatness and start putting focus on you, start prioritizing these new opportunities coming just from you. Like, I don't know, there's just this sense of reallocating your priorities, Aries, and start openly just owning who you are in this moment without that insecurity, without worrying about how you would be challenging people's perceptions that are around you. I don't know, it's this sense, Aries, I feel like you guys need to break free from something. But like, if you were to truly just allow yourself to be fully tap into that darker side of yourself, Aries, where it's like, you're able to be like, I am the shit, or what have you, right? Fully being in that essence of your power that other people would perceive as intimidating. You guys would get a lot of work done, darling, very quickly, Aries. I do want to just be telling you guys that, okay? So it's like, if you're trying to just fast-pace growth in your life, Aries, that is the way, darling. No longer ask permission to show your greatness, Powerful. It's like, no longer ask for forgiveness, no longer ask for permission. This is your time to rise, Aries. This is your time to really just let people know that you are the one, darling, okay? We have a couple oracle cards coming in for you. So we have the Cat Spirit, which is claim your independence, darling, number 4 in numerology. Can we just appreciate, Aries, how it's like claiming your independence is exactly what I had just been saying for you, Aries, right? Can we take that moment just to be like, okay, Velca, you want just some money? And then we have half playing. And then we have the Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan, number 8 in numerology as well, for you, Aries. So it's almost telling you, it's just like, dive in head first now and just trust the process. I'm kind of surprised we haven't pulled a Fool card for you, because I feel like it's like taking a leap of faith, Aries. It's like you're going to, how would I put this? When you go to like a fight, I don't know if many people know this, when you go to a fight, you can bet on one person or the other person. Fact of the matter is, the universe is telling you, it's like, oh, hey, Aries, bet on yourself, darling, because you're going to win, because we know something that you're not privy to quite yet, but it's gonna make sense. We know you're going to win, but you just don't know the details yet. But just bet on yourself right now, So it's almost as if Spirit's trying to give you this advantage, darling, Aries. And it's like, yeah, y'all just have to take that bet, darling. Don't be afraid of taking those bets, my beautiful Aries, okay? So let's pull some more cards for you, darling. We have the King of Wands. This is your energy, Aries. King of Wands is your energy. I feel as if I can't help but feel like what it is, once you walk away from what we were talking about in this first row, Aries, I can't help but feel like the new energy that you start attracting is just a lot more in your elements. It's a lot more Like the learning curve isn't there anymore for you because you already are like the master of this craft, or just like attracting another person's energy that is very similar to yours, so you don't have to explain yourself or tamper yourself down anymore. Aries, Four of Wands here. This is the card of marriage. So there's just so much of, like, is essentially like, to wrap this up, Aries, it's like you have so much that is destined for you, darling. And it's like you have all these outside distractions here, still trying to keep you down, while you have so much lined up for you that spirit has lined up for you, Aries. And your spirit guides, just spiritual team will just say, darling, ancestors, whatever you subscribe to, Aries, they're just letting you know, darling, that it's just like, hey, do away with these distractions, Aries. And then we have quite literally all these things that were like destined for your path, that is just like truly for your calling. You thought this was a soulful connection, darling. Wait till you consider this new energy coming in here. No matter which way you twist and bop it and turn it, darling, Aries, very powerful message entirely. We have the Hermit energy coming in here for you, Aries. Come on now, Hermit energy. Kind of surprising to be seeing this energy, so I'm curious as to why this card is coming in, Aries, because it's like everything else here is just like very bold energy. So is this like a message, Aries, where it's like some of you guys realize that this is your time to just like not engage with new energy currently and just focus on yourself? Maybe that's what the distraction is. It's like the distractions were just not even one specific person, Aries, but it's just like a multitude, like outside energies outside of yourself. You were trying to just manage all your relationships, platonic work, everything. Three of Wands coming in here. So yeah, it's almost as if, Aries, you've been receiving signs for quite some time that you're like kind of long overdue, Aries, to have a journey of the soul. Like, as corny as that sounds, it's like this is your time, Aries, to just like run solo for a little bit. Maybe you've been just trying to make it work with certain relationships in your life, that you just need this time to yourself to find yourself and to see what makes Aries quirk, what makes Aries tick, what does Aries want to do, how does Aries, there's just, again, spirit has such a long itinerary things lined up for you, Aries. You just have to adjust these blockages. All right. I'm sorry if I was a little bit all over the place, Aries. Like, y'all are my first reading this week, and as well, like, admittedly, I feel like I was just like oddly like, I feel as if I was like connecting to some type of like different energy. But anyways, for crystal of the week for you guys, Aries, if you have sodalite, darling, right? This is sodalite. Sodalite. If you have sodalite in your life, Aries, that is the stone that is being suggested for you to be working with. Actually, that is the stone of this crystal right here, darling, is sodalite. Come on now. So not to tell you, Aries, to go to Crystal Skull, but, maybe go to Crystal Skull. Anyways, I love you so much, Aries. If you enjoyed this reading, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Give this video a like and subscribe if you want to book a private to personal reading with me, SimplyVelca.com, Aries. As well, if you want to follow my social medias, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, all that is just SimplyVelca. All right? I love you so much, Aries. Bye.